Hi, this is a long question of your calculator allowed paper with application. So this is one of the question that people will use on quadratic is finding revenue. The other one is expenses, which we do in the last video. If you're interested, make sure you go there. Okay, so revenue is the number ticket price times number of tickets sold. So, or you can use that in general, price times number of items sold. Just in case you might need to use the context of the revenue in the future for other questions. So now we have the information there. Someone Blue Jay, I prefer Mira. Anyway, so we have charged $50 for each ticket, and then it sells 20,000 of them. Each of them, whenever they rise, the ticket was like this is. I learned it from a student as well. Like this is demand and supply of economics, which I'm not the best of it. Anyway, so we gather the information there. We can write it down at the bottom. So the question A, you need to generate a quadratic equation. So we would have $50 originally, and we have the number of tickets sold is 20,000. Make sure you got the zero correct because it's an application question. So for any X dollars increase, so plus X, the number of tickets will minus 100 of them. All right, once we got the bracket, all you need to do is expanding them. You got your answer. So we could have calculator here. I'm doing something else in the morning. So 550 times 20 into 12. Yes. So now I got a big number with 60. So, yes, 6 of them. And then we have plus 24x, yes, so 0x minus 50, x, and then minus 100x squared. So this is at least what we got there. And then rearranging it, so we have the formula that make sure to go with the question. So we have 100x squared. So we should have 150 x plus, and then we have plus some say a big number there. All right, next one is like determine the quadratic equation there. So this means that this look is like we're going to complete a square. So we have our GDC, we have a big number there. So here is the tricky bit. We go to graph, put in our equation. So just in case I did it wrong, so I put in the original one there. All right, close that, and then we have a drawing there. I got an ideal one, but usually if you just draw it with the standard, you lost your graph. So to make sure we have the graph, we're going to change it. Easier game changer will be the zoom auto. When you zoom auto, they will help you with the vertical, the y-intercept. They will not help you with the x. So we have to go back to window and fix it for you. This is actually a bit too big because our back there. Okay, so that is fine. Minimum is, say, for example, 0, the scale, and for negative 10, the tickets, we got 2x will be the how much dollars, so I make it 500. It should work now. All right, so I got a better curve, but then the height is not good enough, so I'll move it humanly by hand. I will move it up there with the arrow, then I have my lovely curve there. So this is the completing square, so the HK should be here. So we have to G's of maximum. That gives us our 2 value there. So we will have our x minus 75 and 1 plus 128. And then make sure you put the coefficient back in. So this is how we do it. Pretty easy with the calculator. C, the context of the H and K. H will be the amount we can increase. And K will be the revenue. for H. All right, because this is our HK value there. This is our HK value there. All right, moving on. When X equals to M, what is that? So we want to have D. Our M equals to 0. What is M equals to? So again, with our calculator, we have our G solve. Yeah, we draw that first. Okay, we have the G solve root this time because we're on the 0. M equals to negative 50, or the other side of the bit is 200. So negative 20 and 200. We need to reject the negative because revenue cannot be negative. All right. And this is E. F is like we want the range more than that. So either we want to have our X bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So X should be, when you look at that, this time you use G solve X cal when Y equals to the 10,000 there. 60, and you got your first answer here 0, and the second answer is so between this bit the curve will be above 10 million there. So X should be bigger than 0 and smaller than 150. So this is how we got that through. With the GDC we could do everything in one go. So that was the reason there. So that is just, again, this is just one of the way I use the calculator. The calculator is pretty amazing tools. So let's see how we could make good use of it. That's the end of the video. Thank you.